Hi guys, welcome back to yet another video. My name is Martin, or Aussie Comic Book Collector. What I do on this channel usually is I show off 4 comic books that I've selected from random and I end on a key issue. However, I thought it'd be fun to bring a whole lot of books down to the storage unit. Now, I have comic books here, as you can see, and they are filling up the whole room. And then back at home, I have one room full of books and another room that's not so full of books, but it's getting pretty full. So I grabbed a whole bunch of them, and they are all related. So as soon as you see the first issue, you'll know, okay, this video is going to be all about Venom. So yeah, for some reason I have a whole lot of Venom issues. Well, I had them back at home, but I brought them down here because they belong here in the V pile. Yeah, we have Venom the Hunted from May of 1996, and I think this was when Larry Hama was doing the mini series, and every say three like sorry, what am I saying? There was miniseries and there were always like 3 issues, 4 issues, maybe even I think there was one that was 6 issues, but they would be back to back, and it was a fun time to be a Venom fan. Um, but I don't know, they want. I don't want to. I don't want to like hang it on Larry, because Larry is a fantastic writer, but yeah, I don't know. They were kind of no. I'm not going to disparage him. They were fun. They were fun. I just, you know what it is. I'm not jealous, but I'm kind of envious. I'm envious of the people who bought this month after month, because I simply didn't. I chopped and changed. I went, yeah, I'll get that series, but I might get the next one, and then I might get the next one, or I'll get that issue and then that issue. And there was a few issues that I wasn't able to get, so I don't have the complete run, and yeah, it's left a bit of a sour taste in my mouth. So yeah, I wouldn't mind getting the entire run of all the 90s series. And, you know, if Marvel did like a collected edition of all the Venom miniseries from the 90s, that would be fun. Anyhow, we have here, where my finger's holding up, issue 4. And this is the Agent Venom period, where Flash Thompson was Venom. Really great looking design, really interesting character development, both for Venom and for Flash. Um, and it was a time when I went, you know what? I actually like this. This is pretty cool. I can get behind this. I mean, it's not Eddie. It's obviously Flash, but there's a lot to it here. And yeah, I enjoyed it. Now, next up we have issue 200 of obviously Venom, written by Donny Cates with Ryan Stegman on art. And let's see, we got Mark Bagley, Ron Lim, Gerardo Sandoval, and more. Yeah. Okay. And as you can see, it's a very thick book. Now, very quickly, well, maybe not very quickly because I just paused there. I used to watch a lot of TV late into the evenings, and they would have ads where you would buy CDs, and you could buy like a big mix of bands on a CD, and they would, in the ad, they would name all the bands, and at the very end they would say "and many more." And I was a teenager. I was, you know, stupid then. I'm stupid now, but I always thought, you know, if I ever had a chance to be in a rock band, I'd want to name the band "and many more." Just so when you see an old ad, you go, "Wow, that band, that band's on that CD," even though, you know, technically that's not possible. Anyway, that's just something that just popped in my head, and many more. It's just so stupid. Okay, next up we have What the issue 20, and this is the first appearance of Pork Chop. Excuse me, I've got an itchy nose. I'm not scratching the inside of my nose, I've got an itchy nose. Okay, so this is the first appearance of Pork Chop, which is here, and he is the cartoony version of Venom. So we have Spider Ham here, and Spider Ham's Venom is Pork Chop. So I'm very happy to have this in my collection. A little bit weird, but a little bit obscure, but I like the weird and obscure characters. So yeah, and as you can see, it says the Infinity Wart crossover. So yeah, okay. Now the next one is issue 11. And what year was this? Why do I always I ask these questions, and I should look this up before I start filming. I can't see when the issue came out, but yeah, I just love this. Love this cover. Just just Venom's tongue, and dripping with saliva. Yeah, iconic, iconic. And there, so there we go. Issue 11. Next up, we have issue 15 with Rick Remender on. He's writing it, and again, it's the Agent Venom series. And yeah, enter the Secret Avengers. Now, the Secret Avengers was a series that well, the first series of Secret Avengers I really got behind. The last time they did Secret Avengers, just trash. But they had Agent Venom in, and he brought a lot of action, a lot of I don't know. I can't even think of what to say. It was just a lot of fun to have Agent Venom in the Secret Avengers, and yeah, there we go. There's that one. Next up, we have issue 1 by Costa. I don't know who Costa is, but yeah, Sandoval back on art duties, and I just love this cover. The problem is when you go to catalog your comic books, put them in alphabetical and chronological order. You have to kind of know when this series came out, and it involves a lot of googling, just to be sure, just to make sure that everything is in order. And one day I'll get this this storage unit in alphabetical and chronological order, but today is not that day. Now, next up we have Venom Carnage Unleashed. This is the first issue, and this is drawn by Eric Waldman. Don't know what Andrew Wildman. Don't know what Andrew's been doing lately, but yeah, back in the day, I really enjoyed his work. He did a few issues of Spider-Man 2099, which was a departure from Rick Leonardi, but I enjoyed it. And yeah, I got every single issue of this because it was Venom versus Carnage. Of course, I'm gonna check it out, and it was a bit of fun. Next up, we have Venom, Sign of the Boss, issue 1. So it's Venom versus Ghost Rider. And I have spoken about this iteration of Ghost Rider with Danny Ketch, and he's in the Yamaha bike gear. So the street, not the Harley, and not. Why am I so scatterbrained? It's not the Harley, but it's a street bike. So the bike's changed and his outfit's changed. So it's more of like red and orange and black and blue, but it's all leathers. And depending on the artist, it really worked. Now this is drawn by Tom Derenick, who did a fantastic job with this series. It went for I think 2 issues, but yeah. There we go. It's issue 1 of Sign of the Boss. Now we have next up Venom Space Knight by Robbie Thompson and Ariel Olivetti. Olivetti. Blah. And I took a chance on this. It didn't really resonate with me. I bought it for the artwork because I was familiar with Olivetti's artwork. But it was just too much of a departure from what I knew about Venom, and I bought this issue and I bought the last issue, and so nothing in between. But it did look very nice. Okay, thanks for sticking with me. I do have 5 more to go, 6 more to go, and I am ending on a key issue. Next up, we have Venom: The Hunger, and who has drawn this? Steve Letty. Steve Little. Yeah, I don't really remember too much about this. I might have to take this back home and give it another read. Other than being an intriguing cover and part of one of the many miniseries, I don't remember a whole lot about this. So unfortunately, sorry. Okay, next up we have Venom, The Enemy Within, issue 1, and this is part of a 3-part series. We have Morbius in this series, and I think the Hobgoblin. The funny thing about this is that it's a glow-in-the-dark cover. I think it was last year I did a video about glow-in-the-dark covers, and I actually turned off all the lights to try and show off how it works in the dark, but the camera didn't pick up anything, and it was just pure darkness and me talking in the dark for a couple of seconds. But you know, unfortunately, it didn't work. But it is what it is, and it's a nice cover, and it still glows in the dark after all these years. Okay, just move my foot. Okay, next up we have Venom Sinner Takes All issue 2. I don't have the one issue of this series that everyone wants. It's the first appearance of She-Venom with Eddie's ex-wife as Venom. It's really disappointing because I bought this when it was on the shelves and I had the opportunity to buy the issue. I remember it was offered to me and I went, you know what, I think they've jumped the shark there, I'm not going to buy it. But yeah, if you can find it for a good price, I definitely recommend picking it up. A few years ago, I found it on eBay. I remember the day it was the afternoon, and I was in between finishing work and having to go pick my kids up from school, and it had a few seconds left, or maybe a minute or so left to buy off eBay as part of an auction. I put in a bid and then got sniped, and I lost it by about $5. And it was the entire series of the Sinner Takes All, and the guy won it for $50. Yeah, I put in a bid, and yeah, just got outbid right at the last second. So unfortunately, I wasn't able to get it, but you know, that's life. Next up, we have Venom: The Madness with Carl Hotz on art duties, and this is the Aussie variant. But as you can see, it's very dirty. I have read this repeatedly, and back when it came out, I wasn't really diligent on taking care of my comic books. I don't know how well you can see, but there's a lot of spine ticks on the back, and you can see it probably a little bit more on the front here. But as you can see, yeah, dirt stains on the white. That's purely because I just read it so many times. I love this this mini series. But yeah, there we go. Next up, second last one, we have Venom issue 2 by Rick Remender and Tony Moore, I think. Robert Moore. Roger Moore. I suck at names at the moment. I am really sorry. But as you can see, I bought this for $2, and it's a homage to Amazing Spider-Man issue 300. And it's, again, part of the Agent Venom series or era. And it just looked really cool. I was going through all the Venom books here, and I saw this one. I thought, yeah, I've got to show this off because this is pretty cool. A nice homage to Amazing Spider-Man issue 300. Now, the key issue I want to show off is Amazing Spider-Man issue 300. Now, who did it better? Who did it better? This is very nice, but this is the classic. And as you can see, it's a 6.5 CGC universal grade. If that means anything to you, doesn't mean that much to me. I'm not one to get a lot of slabs, even though I do have a whole bunch at the back. I do prefer my books in raw, and I remember buying this from a mate over in Adelaide. We conversed back and forth. My good friend Benny, I haven't spoken to him in a while, but Benny, if you watch this video, get in touch because yeah, you might have some more books that I might be interested in. But as you can see, it's a 6.5, and we have a split in the cover here. And that's fine because for a long while I was not part of the 300 club, and this was offered to me by Benny. I had to save up for it, but I do have it in my collection, and I do have the facsimile editions, so I can read those if I want to read it, because I'm certainly not going to crack this slab and read it, but very happy to have in my collection. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please let me know what you think in the comments down below. Do you like Venom? Do you hate Venom? What do you think of the character? I'd love to know. Thanks for sticking with me, guys. I'll catch you at the next one. Bye.